Hello everyone, this is Varun Grover, mentor at Career Launcher. Today I'm very glad to welcome Aishi Pal. Aishi hails from Bengaluru, Karnataka, and she has studied at Mount Carmel PU College from Bengaluru only. Now she scored an impressive 97.17 percentage marks in her Karnataka State Board exam, and in the recently held CUET examination, she has delivered a truly phenomenal performance, scoring above 99 percentage marks in all the subjects, that is English, political science, sociology, general aptitude test, and she has scored a perfect 100 percentile in psychology. So as because she has delivered such a she has delivered such a phenomenal performance in the recently had CUT examination. So because of that, she has been able to secure admission to one of the prestigious college in our country, that is St. Stephen's College in Delhi University, and the course which she got enrolled in, that is BA Honors in English. So, Ashi, a very warm welcome to you and heartiest congratulations to you and to your entire family.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, Ashi, now starting with it, tell me one thing, that when it comes to the CUET syllabus, so जो CUET का syllabus है, that is entirely in almost all the subject, that is entirely based on the CBSE. Okay, and you are coming from the Karnataka State Board examination, which is entirely the different both curriculums. Karnataka State Board and CBSE curriculum, they are very different. So how did you then manage preparing for both the state boards and CUET simultaneously, given that you were essentially studying two different syllabus at the same time?
Okay, so मेरा जो psychology syllabus था that was entirely same for both the state board and CBSE. So psychology was not a problem. The problem was in political science and sociology because the syllabus was entirely different. So what I did was I started my 12th grade syllabus after finishing my midterms in 11th grade. So by the time I started 12th grade, I had finished the entire syllabus for CUET for 12th grade. So after that, I focused only on the state board syllabus क्योंकि syllabus बहुत different था तो it was a little hard to memorize everything at once. So after that, when my boards were over, then I focused on the NCRT syllabus.
Okay. So once your board examination got over, then you shifted entirely to the NCRT
Yeah.
syllabus. And you were saying that even in the 11th grade itself, you have covered the 12th grade syllabus.
Yeah, it was my 11th grade syllabus was over so very fast. So yeah, I started with 12th grade.
Okay, I still remember teaching you sociology in class 11. Although again
Yeah,
we were at different syllabus, but you were very, very attentive. I do remember that you were attending all the classes for sociology. Like
yeah, I
now
love the syllabus. Yeah,
I'm just trying to relate. You were thinking from the 12th perspective at that point of time. So that
yeah.
also answers my question. Okay. Okay. So Ashi, now although you have answered this very briefly, now I want a bit detailed answer. So once your board examination got over, okay, then how did your preparation completely transform for the CUT? What did that final stretch look like for you? वो जो एक महीना end का था after your board examination, तो वो उस brief time में आपने कैसे और क्या tweaks कर रहे थे अपनी preparation strategy में?
Okay, so mera actual preparation started in April because before that I was just taking a rest after the boards. So April May I made a new schedule. So वहाँ पे I included everything. So I kept time for myself. I kept time for my exercising. I kept time for the mocks and classes चल रहे थे career launcher में. So I kept time for that as well. तो वो बहुत ही strict schedule था and I made sure I got enough sleep as well. तो उसको follow करके I finished my syllabus जो भी पढ़ना बाकी था the revising part and उसके बाद I started the mocks and then career launch में classes भी चल रहे थे तो yeah.
Okay. So two, three points that I picked up on. कि आपका जब board examination हो you rested for some time, which is sometime very important. Then while you
Yeah,
had prepared that schedule, you were exercising also, you were ensuring that you were getting a good sleep. And I'm assuming you would have ensured कि आपका जो diet था वो भी एकदम perfect था. And you were attending all the classes. Yeah.
hmm.
So it's a very effective thing to do. And this is a learning for the other students also कि आपको कैसे after your board examination gets over आपको कैसे थोड़े changes and exercise, sleep is very, very important. So very good, Aishi. Okay. Now, Aishi, tell me one thing specifically talking about the general aptitude test. You have scored 99.69 percentile marks in GAT. So how did you approach GT alongside your domain subjects?
Okay, so I had not actually given much importance to GT because I left for only my journalism wala course. So I thought if I get into journalism, then there were two options, two combinations that they would consider. One was English plus all the domain subjects, and then one was English plus GT. So I thought अगर मेरा GT score अच्छा हुआ, then I can get through that. So I did not give much importance to GT. I was already good at maths, so I practiced maths when I was free. And for the GK and current affairs, Career Launcher helped me with that because there were classes every week, I think. So I made a list of all of the questions that might come, and I only studied that. I did not memorize them or anything, but yeah.
You're saying that you didn't pay much attention, still you ended up getting 99.69 percentile in GAT. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now, how did Career Launcher, now specifically talking about Career Launcher, so how did Career Launchers coaching and the mock test that you have attempted for all these subjects, they help you bridge the gap? Now, there is a huge gap between the Karnataka board syllabus and then the CBSE syllabus, which comes actually in the CUET examination. So how did Career Launcher help you in your overall CUET preparation?
Okay, so while I was studying for my boards, the career launcher classes were going on, right? So I attended all the classes, and even though I didn't ask a lot of questions in class, I was paying attention all of the time. So those video lectures and the discussions that we had in class that really helped me. And you were my pol science teacher, so you will know I struggled a lot in pol science, especially. So career launcher में जितने भी mocks थे, there were a lot of mocks to practice. So I practiced so many mocks that after a time, बहुत सारे questions थे which became automatic. So like when I think of 1967, it automatically brings me to ASEAN's establishment. So yeah, like that. So mocks really helped me make a lot of things automatic in my mind.
Although you are saying, I don't agree that you are saying that you were struggling in political science. I do remember you sometime, whenever it was possible, you were participating also, and ultimately you ended up scoring very well in the final CUT examination. I still remember how many questions you were asking me through the telegram, whatever issue you were
Yeah.
facing. So you covered all the dots. So that was very, very important. From the student's point of view, it was very important. Okay. Now tell me one thing, this journey from Bengaluru to St. Stephen in Delhi now, it is quite remarkable. But every journey has its low point also. So was there any moment in your whole journey where you were feeling that things were getting slippery there? And what brought you back? Was there any low point in your overall journey?
Okay, so I usually don't show my emotions too much. So after a point, क्या हुआ था कि I really had breakdowns a lot, especially May के month में before my exams. 15th को was my पहला shift. So before that, I had a breakdown, like a really bad one, and I was just crying all day. I didn't know what to do. So what helped bring me back was I included exercise in my schedule, right? So exercising really taught me that mental resilience that you have to do this, you have to bounce back even though you are not enjoying the process at the moment because it will help you in the future. So I kind of मैंने खुद को वही बोला whenever I felt low. So that kind of brought me back.
So specifically talking about this very, very effective solution of exercise. Did you read it somewhere? कहीं से आपने ये पढ़ा था
Uh,
कि कैसे?
Okay, so exercising मेरा बहुत पहले से ही चल रहा था and I usually take morning walks. So I think those two really help me keep my mind clear and बहुत hopeless situation था at some point. So I thought maybe exercising would help me take out that stress.
And I'm assuming it actually did. That's why you
Oh
ended up
yeah, yeah,
scoring. Although
it did. Yes.
you were thinking that you didn't do well in that in 15th also, but still you ended up scoring more than 99 percentile in every subject. So
Yeah.
one very, very important effective point from your side to other student as well. Whenever you're feeling this low point, do something about it. Okay, that is the great thing that you did, that you emphasized on exercising. You do morning walk, and the exercise point you raised up earlier also when I was asking another question, that after your Karnataka board examination got over, you ensured that you were resuming all these things, which actually helps building your personality. So that's a very good point, Ashi. My compliments from my side for you specifically in this regard as well. Okay, now the last question. Now you have already gotten into very good college. That is one of the best college in our country, St. Stephen College for English honors. So, what is your piece of advice for every CUET aspirant who are watching you? Okay, especially those from the non-CBSE background who feel that they are at the disadvantage because syllabus में इतना mismatch है. So, what is your advice for those?
So I will say two things. One is that your syllabus will be entirely different. That is one thing. तो make sure कि जो तुम्हारा state board का syllabus है, you finish it well in advance, and then you have enough time to focus on NCRT, because I personally was able to read NCRT only thrice, and I was not feeling confident at all. I thought I should read it more, but then I did not have time. So make sure you have a lot of time in hand to read NCRT a lot of times, because that will really, really make you confident, if nothing else. And one more thing is कि exam के पहले दिन make sure your Aadhaar का that biolog thing is unlocked, because I faced trouble with that, and then I think I messed up my 3 exams. I could have done better if that wasn't the case. So yeah, make sure of that.
I, I still I still remember you were asking question in regard to Aadhaar issue also. So
Yeah.
ultimately it got solved. So that is also a nice suggestion. Although it's a out of the box suggestion apart from the academics, but it's a very good thing that you have spoken about that. So Ashi, thank you very much for today. From Bengaluru to St. Stephen, what a journey. We are very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I've been teaching you for the past 2 years. I still remember taking all the classes, sociology is another subject. Okay, so I'm very proud of you. We are very proud of you. And this is just the beginning. All the very best to you, Ashi, for all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.